What are the limitations of using the PS4 VR without the camera?
Hello and welcome. Today, we'll be exploring an important aspect of the PS4 VR system, the role of the camera. Specifically, we'll delve into what happens if you try to use the PS4 VR without this critical component. By understanding its importance, you'll be better equipped to make the most of your gaming experience.
Why do we need the PS4 camera for VR?
The PS4 VR system uses the PlayStation camera to accurately track the position and orientation of the VR headset. The camera does this by tracking the lights on the headset, the DualShock 4 controller, and the PlayStation Move motion controllers if you're using them. Without the camera, the system cannot track these movements. This drastically changes the way the VR system operates and imposes serious limitations on the VR experience.
What happens if you use PS4 VR without the camera?
1. Lack of positional tracking. The most significant limitation is that the VR system will lose its positional tracking ability. This means that the system can't detect if you're moving forwards, backwards, or side to side in your physical space. It essentially turns the VR experience into a stationary one. 2. Reduced controller functionality. Controller tracking will also be disabled. You'll still be able to use the buttons on the controller, but any physical movements you make with the controller won't be reflected in the game. 3. Limited game compatibility. Many VR games require the use of the camera for the gameplay mechanics to work properly. Without the camera, you won't be able to play these games at all, or if you can, the gameplay experience will be severely diminished. 4. Possibility of nausea or discomfort. Finally, using VR without positional tracking can lead to a disconnect between what your eyes are seeing and what your body is sensing. This can lead to nausea or discomfort for some users. In conclusion, while it's technically possible to turn on and use the PS4 VR headset without the camera, it's not recommended. Without the PlayStation camera, your ability to interact with VR games will be severely limited, and you may not be able to play some games at all. For the best possible VR experience, it's recommended to use the PS4 VR system as intended, with the PlayStation camera. Remember, VR is all about immersion, and without the camera, that immersion is greatly reduced. Happy gaming!